Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Today on Collection Lessons, I want to talk about the Business 4. This is part of my collection lesson series, and I think I say on this channel is not anything advice, and let's get going. So I want to talk about the business. I look at business concepts, I propose a business idea, and then reveal that it's actually like out in the world, and it sounds sketchy, but it's somehow normal. So getting into this one, so here's the business idea. The business idea is a virtual type business. Okay, so people have computers, they have gaming systems. So what we're going to do is we're going to create some software. So people are going to take this software and they're going to install it. They're going to pay for it. We're going to make them pay for the software. Okay, and then they're going to install it on either their PS5, let's say, 5, 3, 5, their PC, that type of thing, or even their phone. Okay, so they're going to install it. So let's say this is like a 50 gig file, and it could be a video game, it could be an application, software, like what types of software out there. But we're going to build this, right? And then we're going to give it to them. They're going to install it. Okay, now once it's on their device, because it's going to take up 50 gigs of storage, once it's on their device, what we're going to do is we're going to hide some features that we have coded that they have installed on their device. Okay, so like, here's the base of the software, but we actually gave them the entire thing, right? Here's the base that they, paid for, but they really paid for all of it, but we're just going to say that they paid for this part only, but the whole thing is here. This is like, just the base is probably like 10 gigs, right? Just the base, the part that they get access to, but really this other 40, it's on their device right now, right? So we're just gonna we're gonna lock it. We're gonna lock it behind a paywall, right? So they bought, the 50 gig piece of software, but they only get access to the 10 gigs. The other 40 gigs is there, but it's behind a paywall. We'll call it like, encrypted, we'll encrypt it behind this paywall. And then what we're going to do, guys, we're going to charge them to access their hard drive, that other 40 gigs that's on their hard drive and are on their, solid states and their, memory sticks. We're going to encrypt that. And then they have to download this like 1 kilobyte file. It's going to be really funny. They're going to download this 1 kilobyte file that unencrypts, the other 40 gigs. And then they have access to the 50, right? Then they have access to the 50 gigs file that they should have had access to before, but we're going to hide it behind the paywall. But they download this 1K file, which is basically like if you want to think of a key. A key looks like, I don't know, that, right? We're going to call it a key, but we're going to install all of it at once, and then we're going to hide it behind, a paywall, which we'll call, a pass. We'll call the paywall a pass. Then they will never know it's a pass. We'll call it like either like a season pass, like a season pass, or we'll just say, well, this is the base, and then you get like the what is it, the definitive division, or what is it called, definitive, or like the complete, or like a remaster, something like that. But they only have access to it like if they download this extra 1K file that gives them access to the rest of the stuff that's on their device. What does this look like? What do you call it? Let's just make the basics. We're looking at this business model. What do you call it? You call it, well, back in the day when there was some people's files, right? This looks like a folder. There's files here, and then like you get like, it's usually called a virus, right? And the virus goes in here and it encrypts it encrypts this file, and then you have to call this 1-800 number or 1-900 number if you want to pay. And then they will give you some sort of key to decrypt it. It's called ransomware. It's called a ransom when you have to pay money for something that you already own or something that you already have in your possession. It's called ransomware when it's like a software version of the same thing. You know, like when you own something and it's like in your possession, but then somebody says, well, you can't use it unless you pay me money. You know, you don't get access to it. You don't get access to the 40, gigabytes that's already on your hard drive. It's called ransomware. And it should be illegal. Do you not think so? Ransomware should be illegal. Isn't it illegal to hold some files ransom? That's what they do. That's what these people do. And that's what this business model is and looks like. It's ransomware. You know when you're like, download a video game and then you join somebody else's, either in a connection state, multiplayer online, whatever, and their stuff loads, like their skins that they paid for and their whatever, they loaded because they're already on your hard drive. They're already here. So they're not actually encrypted behind a paywall. They just pretend that they are, and it's in your possession. The hard drive that's on your gaming PC or gaming console, it's already there. But they force you to pay for that area that you already have downloaded. It's called a ransom. It's stupid. It's like when when video game companies will put the whole like DLC and all the extras and everything into the update file, and then they still force you to pay for it extra. Like, I'm not talking about like software where you pay for 10 gigs and you get 10 gigs, right? And you get full access to the 10 gigs, and then if you want to download the extras, the DLC add-ons and adds another 15 gigs. I'm not talking about that. That's legit, right? That's an expansion pack. It adds value. It's not on your hard drive, and you pay money for it. That is normal. This model is not normal. When it's behind a paywall, when it's encrypted, let's say it's not encrypted, it's already there. It's right here. It's right here on your hard drive, holding your hard drive hostage for this 40 gigs. It should be illegal. This is the thing that just irritates the crap out of me if you cannot hear it through my voice. It's ransomware. And I really dislike ransomware. I hope everyone dislikes ransomware. But think of it like that. If it's already on your hard drive and it's encrypted behind a paywall, you have physical access to this. This is on your hard drive. It's ransomware, and it should be illegal. And that's the business, this whole business model is like every software right now, every gaming software, every like application software gives you the full package because they're too lazy or they're too whatever. They don't want to pay extra money to have it separated, whatever that looks like. It's freaking ransomware. Like, I hope you realize that. Like, and that's one thing I really dislike and I do not support at all. Any gaming company or any, software provider that it's using up your storage on your device and you don't have access to it even though you paid for it already. Oh, it just bugs me. Anyway, that's the business for. That's a business model that a lot of software companies, either gaming studios or application softwares, it's like it's already here on my device. It's just behind a paywall on my device. It's not like a paywall on a website, but like it's on a paywall on my device. It's ransomware. It's holding my 40 gigs hostage. I can't deinstall 40 gigs so that I only use the 10 gigs that I paid for with the base. It's ransomware. It's as simple as that. Should be illegal. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Hope this exposed a little bit of what these companies are doing, because it's stupid. I really dislike it. Ransomware should be illegal. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks, and talk soon.